is intended for mature audiences only and contains strong or potentially offensive language of an adult and sexual nature. So, listener discretion advised.
The views and opinions expressed on the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City do not reflect those of Vegas All Net Radio or its affiliates.
All music, stories, and characters are the sole property of their creators and are protected under international copyright laws.
Sierra, Alexia, Mama, and Sweet Cheeks are personalities put on for your entertainment.
The stories are real. The language is explicit. The behavior is unbelievable.
If you can't take the heat, get the fuck out of the kitchen.
Watch out for
Blasting to you straight out of Las Vegas, Nevada, it is the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City, starring Sierra, Sweet Cheeks, Alexia, and Mama. Good evening, Las Vegas.
And all you bitches around the world.
There you go. all you bitch. Wow.
Isn't there a song about that? All you bitches and you hoes. No?
I'm sure there probably is.
There's somewhere.
I'm going to bitch one more time. I hate these fucking microphones.
I know you do.
You're going to bitch every week. Just
I know.
Because that's what you do.
It's the Hannibal effect.
Well, I think it covers up our beautiful faces.
Well, it does.
Who cares about our faces? They can still see our tits.
That's true.
No, they can't see my tits.
They can't see your tits.
It's in my way.
Look at this.
With the camera.
No, look at that.
There's no tittage right there.
There is tittage right there.
Yeah, right.
Whatever.
Well, it's just a matter. That's just a matter of moving your mic. See, I have mine off to the side like
so
this.
do I have mine right here.
Can I have a boom?
Yeah, you can do that. I'm totally okay with that.
Okay.
You just that's the thing. The mics are directional, so you have to talk right into the front.
Yeah.
But see, I don't know. Okay, I know I can't change it, but I can bitch.
Watch. So now you can.
You know how we change it. You know how we change it.
How?
We get our own goddamn studio, and we set up our equipment permanently.
I'm trying.
I know. That's how we change it, though.
We can get our own studio by you advertising right here on Sin City Bounty, the radio show everyone listens to.
You did a. I have a clip of it somewhere, but you did the skit about send us money for Naked Man or something like that. It was hilarious.
No, we'll trade with you. We will give you a link on our site very inexpensively. I'm talking extremely inexpensively. Just tell us. We'll link it. A little bit of money.
Oh, I was hoping to trade for a studio.
Oh yeah.
Or space.
One link.
No, I want to buy that nightclub down the street that's got 2 levels and a fucking patio.
Right?
We put a studio in upstairs.
And have parties every fucking Sunday
Hell
night.
fucking
This
yeah.
is a girl who doesn't like to party.
I don't want to party. I just want to be there when it happens.
Oh.
I fucking hate people.
Sierra and I share that. We are voyeurs when it comes to parties.
I'm a little bit worried about the representation part here.
Hey. I represent just the fuck fine.
Hey, it's our guest.
Our guest showed up.
Awesome earrings, by the way.
We have a great show today. We
have a great show today.
We're going to talk about self-imposed celibacy.
I've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt,
and
came out of it with a relationship.
I was asking a few friends, have you ever?
Yeah.
I was asking a few friends, have you ever done that? For yourself, just gave up sex for a length of time. I don't think anyone went over 6 months. Yeah, I didn't have sex for 3 months. I didn't have sex for 4 months.
I did a year.
I know you did a year.
I'm so proud of my year.
And I know that at the end of that year, you were forced to finish the year.
I was forced to finish the year. Please have sex with me. No. What? What do you mean no?
And we'll tell that story.
Something wrong with my pussy?
We'll tell that story. So
fabulous story.
So we've got a local girl. I love having local people in to tell us their stories and to let us know what it's really like out there for...
we have troubles with these chairs all the time.
Stand up, I'm holding on a push. I just heard that the other night.
Look, Lincoln FA says he can see your cleavage just fine.
We need to find her a new chair.
Can I get a big girl chair, please?
Yeah,
a big girl chair?
Yes.
I don't,
what
about
one
that
of hers?
black one?
No, that one she's already tried that one.
We need one of the.
Gotta have a low
we
chair.
need one of the brown, one of the blue ones.
One of the blue ones. I'll go get one. You
I'm
guys
already
talk.
getting
All
naked.
right.
The shoes are off. Next will be the
What else you want to get naked with?
talk.
Our visitors would love that. If you get
So we were talking about self-imposed celibacy. Not many people do it. And
fuck no.
Nobody does it as well as I do.
Well, that is very true. Some of us only did it for a year.
But why?
Well, I did it. I was in a really bad place
Was
emotionally.
this after the guy we just talked about earlier?
It was after the guy after that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But because okay, so here's how it went. Douchebag Kurt totally fucked me up in the head. Totally fucked me up in the head. And so my dating life turned into this revolving door of idiocy, right? Just men coming and going and
Well, no matter when you date, it's idiocy.
yeah. And then I started dating this guy, and it was an open relationship where he was banging 2 other girls.
Oh, I remember that guy.
Yeah, and
Wait. Super Dave.
Super Dave.
Now wait a minute. Were you allowed to bang other guys while he was banging the other girls?
Yeah, I'm sure I could have. I wasn't really interested in it. I don't have the time or the effort to go out and search out a secondary relationship.
Yeah, really. Please, one takes too much time.
One
That
is a lot
is
of
so the
time.
truth.
Yeah, it does. Please.
So yeah, I mean, we had an open relationship, and it was, fine. I was okay with it for a little while, and then I started to have feelings for him, and I'm like, look, I'm starting to have, feelings for you. And he was like, well, I'm not giving up my other 2 girls, and I'm like, yeah, I understand that, but I just wanted to let you know. And then I was like, so I need some time to think about this relationship. So I stepped back, and then I was like, nah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to date this guy, because turns out he was dating a girl that I knew. And
That's where we get one of our vocabulary words from.
yes.
Which one?
The word skunt, which means
Skunt.
skanky cunt. Skunt.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, you know what? The sex is really great. The relationship is great. I can handle it. I can deal. So I went back into the relationship. Then turns out the skunt couldn't deal with it. And then we ended up at the same social event when he and I came as a couple. And she was so pissed off about that I was like holding his hand and kissing him in front of her. I'm like, look, bitch, first off, that I was fucking him when you were fucking him. And second off, you're not fucking him anymore. So you can't get upset. And then, of course, she guilted him into not having sex with me that night. So, hence the skunt. So after that relationship, and there was like 1 or 2 more after that, maybe, but they weren't like anything more than, a month maybe or a couple of weeks. And I was just
That's just fuck buddies. That's not relationship.
yeah. And I was just like, you know what? I am just so tired of this whole game, this whole fiasco. I'm not going to have sex with any of these guys. I'm going to continue to date, but I'm not going to have sex with them.
Now, I have a question. When you make that decision, I'm going to date, but I'm not going to have sex, at what point do you reveal this to the man?
I revealed it to them, well, if
not before they take you out, because they ain't taking you out, okay?
if they made it to the second date, then I would tell them. But
see, I don't know
most of them didn't even make it to the second date. And actually, after I decided to stop having sex, I just wasn't interested in men all that much anyway. I just kind of didn't date at all either.
Well, I remember there was this period of where, okay, so I'm going to try after no sex until at least 3 dates, and then no sex until at least 6 dates, and just all the guys.
Why? Was it just a game to see how far you could go without
No.
It's because if you had sex with them on the first time, then they were douchebags. They never called you back anyway, right?
Because that's all they were after in the first
She was
That's
looking
all I'm
for.
after too.
Well, hold on,
now,
but she wasn't. She was looking for a relationship.
Okay.
Okay.
I was always upfront and honest on the first date with every guy I went on. I want a long-term relationship. That is what I'm looking for. And every single one of them was A-okay with that, clear up until we had sex, and then they fucking bolted.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Every single fucking
See, I don't
one of
have
them.
that.
Oh.
They don't go. I'd like them to go. I buy them bus tickets. They don't go.
That's awesome.
I even had one guy, all I did was give him a fucking blowjob, and no, we did end up having sex. I remember that now. We did end up having sex, and then he stood me up for like our 6th date or something.
4th of July date.
Yeah, he's taking me to his company 4th of July party to meet all of his coworkers. And
Maybe he got
stands me the
fired,
fuck
baby.
up. No, he didn't get fired. No, we hunted him down the following Friday, and he was bowling with his friends or whatever the fuck
He was at the
doing.
bar playing
Yeah,
darts or something.
whatever.
See, I didn't date because I'm an easy lay. So if I was going to be abstinent, then I couldn't date.
Yeah, it depends on.
See, I couldn't either because I'm an easy lay too.
Well, if that's what you're
putting it
going for,
mildly.
then that's fine. But she was looking for a relationship.
Well,
Yeah.
even when I went through this period, believe it or not, in the midst of all my craziness, about 3 or 4 years ago, that okay, I'm looking for a relationship, but I'm not going to casually date. Yeah, that lasted not too long.
About a week and a half.
Well, you know what? It was what I found that, like, okay, either they didn't want to date you or they dated. And I was just like, you know what? I'll just get fucked. And if something comes along while I'm looking to get fucked, then that's okay too.
Yeah, but I was, oh man, I was just so messed up in the head because at some point it really was, it was, I mean, that whole year, if a guy showed any sort of interest in me other than wanting to get in my pants, I was like, there's got to be something wrong with you. I don't want anything to do with you now. He's like, hey, you're really nice. Woo, you got issues. You need to leave now. That was exactly how really nice guys, fabulous guys. I'm sure guys I would still be in a relationship with now.
But I would try. She did try the gamut. Okay, no sex. Okay to sex. Okay to booty sex for a little while and see if that. And just none of it worked for what she was looking for. Right.
Sex?
Not butt
booty
sex.
Call
Booty
sex.
call sex.
See,
So I mean, she ran the gamut of trying to find a relationship.
I guess my difference is I wouldn't label it anything. In other words, like I'm just doing whatever.
Well, we were doing the show
happens.
at the time, so we had to label it.
So you labeled it.
This is true.
Because all of this took place during the show.
Yeah.
Including some of the dates.
Okay, this week I'm just going to have booty calls for this month. And then the next month I'm not going to have sex.
I played it by ear with each guy.
Right.
Okay, here's a fabulous fucking example. Okay, so I join this matchmaking service. Okay, I paid.
Matchmaker, bring me
because
a match.
eHarmony got me the monkey troll, and OkCupid got me the guy who would never meet me, and OkCupid I believe also got me Super Dave, and Match.com got me the guy that I've never met from Southern Utah,
right?
And I think eHarmony also got me the guy who stood me up on the 4th of July
and you
day.
spent days filling out these profiles and paid these bitches.
Fucking
we all
money.
did. We were all dating at the time.
See,
no, except for me. I was done.
Me
But
too.
no. Most of these are free. Sierra is the only one that I know of that spent money.
I spent a lot of money.
I did spend some money on BBP.
I paid for geek2fuckinggeek.com. Thank you very much. And I didn't get a single date from that website.
Yeah.
I'm very upset about that.
I paid $2.99 for an upgrade once and then canceled it.
$2.99.
That must be
You fucking hoe. Who are you?
I paid $1.49, $149 for eHarmony.
Oh my god!
Oh, for $1.49.
And I paid.
That dick would have to be good. Do the
Yeah,
dishes,
exactly.
rotate my tires on my body and the car.
They promised me, and I got
$1.49.
a guy whose fingernails could scratch the back of his knees without bending over. This dude he had spider legs creeping out of the front and back of his shirt. I mean, just
What?
hairy, just like Greek hairy, like. You know, like
Because the nails is kind of intriguing to me because my back is always itchy. So you can do that and still continue to do what you're doing. That's great.
Okay, I need to change the subject for just a second.
Okay.
I was signing in to Hootsuite, which is the program that I use to both tweet and Facebook at the same time. And they gave me one of those CAPTCHA codes, and it said hot was the first word, and the second word that I had to type in was taint toe.
That's my new username.
Wow. Hot taint
I'm
toe.
changing
Hot
my
taint
FetLife
toe.
profile right now to
That's
hot
a
taint
punk
toe.
rock band.
Hot
It was
taint toe.
so-
It's a punk rock
I just
band?
made it.
Hot
up. I
taint
just made
toe.
it.
It would make a good punk rock name, though, huh?
I have a list. I used to keep it in my phone of band names, Lifetime movies, book titles, restaurants.
For those of you who don't, did we introduce
No, we
Andrea
haven't
to
yet.
the
No.
audience?
This is Andrea.
Hello.
We love her.
She's awesome.
Andrea's here really to talk about 21 years of celibacy. Also, she just got done with her first bash. She's recently discovered our show. And so we have lots to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
Andrea.
So that's going to be exciting.
Plus, I just make up shit, so that's good.
That
Now,
works too.
just so everybody, we give this spiel to everybody. Just jump in whenever you feel like it. With this first half hours, we're just going to talk about general stuff, and then we'll get into you for sure in depth at 7:30, and then we'll go till we go, and but yeah, just have fun.
I seem to be doing okay with the
You
jump
do
in.
great.
So-
You're doing
So
great.
let me
go
tell
ahead.
you my 3 stories from this dating service.
Okay.
This is just
This is the
stories
local one, right?
from the local dating
Yeah.
service. Okay, so the first guy they hooked me
First,
up with.
how much did you pay?
I paid $60 a month.
Okay.
Oh God, I just threw up a little in my
Yeah.
mouth. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
So-
a lot of money to find nothing.
Yeah. So the first guy they set me up with, they promised me 4 dates for the money that I was paying for the 6-month contract. They promised me 4
So
dates.
4 different guys
Right.
to go out.
I only got 3, and then I told them to fuck themselves. So the first guy they hooked me up with, we go out on a date. He's a great date. Come to find out, we go to the same fucking church. We go to the same church, and I could have met him at fucking church.
Right.
There's your $60 for you.
And then so then first date was great, second date was great, third date I figured why not a group breakfast with my friends. And then he never called me again after that. So I blame
Wait,
these
after he
bitches.
met your friends, he like
whenever we get together, you know how when we get together, we go into full show mode practically.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you become Sweet Cheek, she becomes Sierra, I become Alexia.
Calypso was there at the time.
Calypso was part of the, of course, our
Well,
crew.
that explains it all.
Well, we were when we got together, we were in full show mode,
Right.
which means we would talk about any fucking thing that came to mind.
And anybody.
Right.
And I warned him beforehand that this was, probably going to they would probably grill him because they want to vet him for me. And they did. And he seemed to be okay with it, but he never called me again after that. And then
Did you
when
ever
I went,
fuck him?
no.
Oh.
And then when I went to church, a couple of weeks later, his mom, who also went to church, was like, "Oh, it's so nice to see." When she first found out that we were going on dates, because she and I had interacted more than he and I ever did, she was really excited that we were like dating. And then when he stopped calling me, she knew he wasn't calling me because he's a mama's boy, and she was like very like kind of walking on eggshells.
Do you think
around
it
me.
had anything to do with church and this show?
No, because
it's a different kind of church.
Yeah, it's a
Had to do with the vetting.
It's a Unitarian Universalist congregation. They don't give three fucking shits
I
about this
gotcha.
show. Just
Okay.
saying.
Okay.
Yeah, because when the pastor gets up there and says, "Listen, bitches," then you know it's going to be an okay weekend. So the second date I went on was with this guy who looked like a Jewish doctor, but he was actually an Italian accountant. He showed up to our date to Applebee's. We met at Applebee's for dinner. That's fine. For a first date, that's fine. In basketball shorts, a tank top, and flip-flops.
He was dressed to impress.
And then he wanted to come to the show after that. I said, "You can come. Okay, fine. You want to come? You can come." Because I'm honest about the show. First date, listen, I do this thing. It's pretty raunchy. I'll talk about you on it just so you know. Well, you're going to talk bad about me? Only if you're a douchebag.
They always want to know that.
Yeah.
So what are you going to say about me? What are you going to say about me on the show today?
You know what's really bad is when you go to the bash and before they take you to the room, they whisper, "No, do we have an agreement? You're not going to talk about this on the show?"
You're like, "No, motherfucker, that is not the agreement."
No, I have agreement that you'll have a different name on the show.
Yeah. So he comes and he sits in the back and he wants to like chime in the middle of the show. And I gave him the finger. I said, no, this is kind of a girl's thing. No boys allowed. That's why he's called Silent Mike, and he sits in the corner and doesn't say anything. That's what you get to do. And he did not like that.
Nope.
He called me 3 days later, sent me a text, and he's like, "So did you just want to do like a booty call thing?" I'm like, "Bitch, I don't pay $60 a month for a booty call. I get that shit on Craigslist." I told them about this, and they're like, "Oh yeah, the last girl said the same thing." I'm like, "Why are you still setting him up with people?" Anyway, the third guy met fucking phenomenal. Fabulous guy, intelligent. He's in the entertainment industry. He's okay with the show. He's good looking. He took me to he asked me what my favorite restaurant / bar was to go to, and he took me there.
Okay, so what happened?
Which means I also got to ogle my favorite fiddle player.
Right.
So he left the following week to film a movie starring Vin Diesel and never called me when he came back.
In Brazil.
In Brazil, by the way.
Oh,
Fast
hell.
5. He was a prop guy, specifically arms and ammunition. So he did all the guns and
Oh, that's hot.
tanks.
Prop guys specialize? Is it on their card?
Yes, prop guys
arms and
specialize.
ammunition.
That's hot.
Well, arms and ammunition.
Ankles and tissues, like
Arms and ammunitions has to be a specialization.
Tyzone says he's been through the same thing. He's a victim like you.
Yes. And so
Ty, you might want to use a different word. Victim's not that hot.
yeah, so I ended up like not having sex with any of these guys, and I think it was really after them I was just like, I'm done.
Yeah, and then she
over.
was pretty much done.
I'm done. That's the last one.
Okay, so get to when you met Cali Guy and you were still in your celibacy 1 year.
So my celibacy started on December 10th, and I met Cali Guy in July. Now, the first time we met, we didn't really connect or hook up or anything like that because I was kind of in a really bad place right then, and I totally thought he blew me off, and he thought I blew him off, and so that's just the way the story goes.
That's a lot of blowing for celibacy, honey.
Right. Roll
Should say.
into the middle of November that year.
I'm good. Yeah, but that
Roll
would be
into
nice.
the middle of November that year, and I am literally sitting outside on a bench at the Alexis Park where Plush was happening at the time with Alexia, and I am talking about him. We are talking about him, and he walks the fuck up out of the fucking darkness of the parking lot. I'm like, dude, it's you. And he's like, stops dead in the middle of his tracks. He goes, it's me. And we interviewed him again on the show that night, and we have been inseparable since. Our very first date, however, didn't happen until like 3 weeks later, because there was Thanksgiving, and he had family in town, and I had family in town, blah, 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 blah. Our first date was the day before my birthday. So we go out. We have a fabulous time. We go back to my house. I know where this is going. He knows about the whole 1-year celibacy thing. We talked about it when I interviewed him. We talked about it during my first date. We go back to my house. We sit down on the kitchen, at the kitchen table. Calypso was living with me at the time, so she's there too. And we're all just kind of chit-chatting and talking. And then I'm like, hey, you want to go upstairs and, talk privately for a little while? He's like, yeah. So we get upstairs, start making out, get completely butt naked, hot and heavy. I am wet, juicy, and ready to go. And he says no. I said, what? He said, well, it's a really big thing. It's really important to you to make it to this 1-year anniversary. So I think we should wait. I said, what? And so then he put his clothes on and left. And we went on our second date the next day on my birthday. He took me out for my birthday. And then 8 days later, which would have been the 10th, I started my period that day. So I had to wait another fucking week. So I went a year and 1 week before I got to have sex with him. However, I did give him at least 1 or 2 blowjobs between when my
some titty sex.
Probably titty. Yes, most likely titty sex at least once, if not every night.
I love that story. But that's it. That was a whole year, and she wouldn't have made it the year if it wasn't for Cali Guy.
Yeah,
right.
He's such a nice guy.
And there are very few people who go
No,
long periods of time.
Especially when he's naked and ready to go.
Now,
right?
I did have a 3-year stint between boyfriends, but there was one evening where I had sex with some dude, so they don't count it.
Or you just weren't looking?
I wasn't looking.
Okay.
Yeah. It was self-imposed. I just said, I'm not dating. I'm not doing. I did a lot of blogging.
Yeah, we did a lot of writing.
Some couponing.
I did a lot of writing.
We were involved in a lot of social activities those 3 years.
We were
too.
doing a lot of volunteer work and social stuff. So
And that was when I was with my baby daddy, who wasn't having sex with me either. So
right.
That was a non-self-imposed celibacy for a year.
Fuck.
I'm like throwing my pussy at him, and he's like, nah. I'm like, whatever.
Well, but
He's
then
kind of asexual, kind of. Huh?
He is kind of. Yeah. He's more of a masturbatory guy.
But I can't wait to hear Andrea's story and why you went 21 years.
Well, hopefully we'll figure that out together.
Talk right into it.
Hopefully, let me
Pull
move
it
this
up,
chair.
Jay.
I gotta
No,
find
we
her
can
another
move
chair.
we can move the mic out.
No, and
so.
I need to find Andrea a new chair.
Yeah, I can do sex. I can't do chairs.
Yeah, we need one of those regular ones.
a low one,
Yeah.
to the ground one.
Yeah.
I got one.
Thank you.
Then we can't see her though.
But
Now I'm good though. Actually, right now I'm good.
You
So
good
don't
for
have to go-
now?
I'm good
Okay.
for now,
All right.
and I don't
have
mind
to
moving.
excuse myself for a minute, guys.
Okay. So we've got a few people in chat.
We do.
Let's see.
We got Lincoln FA and Tie Zone.
Lincoln FA.
Haven't seen him in a while.
Oh, my ex just tried to friend me on Facebook
Again?
again.
Psycho X?
Psycho X.
Psycho dude.
Is there any other kind?
My
Yeah.
ex is also, he's commented on several of my posts because I have it open for the public because I'm cool like that.
Yes. What? Wait.
Thank you, baby.
It depends what you're gonna do for me.
You can't come in here and start talking silent, Mike.
He can talk if he's helping me. No, that's perfect. Thank you. Now you just push me up.
And then if you would set her mic so it's comfortable
Yeah,
for
grab
her.
her mic for her.
All right. So yeah, so he's commenting on my
Thank
Google
you.
Pluses, on my Facebooks,
comfortable.
on all my blogs.
Here's my complaint with Google Plus. There's no way to block people.
Mm.
You cannot block people on Google Plus, and that's fucking stupid.
And I mention him because Lincoln FA kind of looks like him, except better.
Heh.
And
Except not so crazy.
yeah. Well, I don't know Lincoln FA that well, so he might be just as crazy.
Might be.
Might be.
Yeah, let's ask him. Lincoln FA, are you crazy?
Are you stalker crazy?
Or what kind of crazy are you? Let's just make it easier
Right.
for you.
You know, it's been several years. It's been like 5 years since I've been with this. 5, 6, 7 years.
It's been way longer than... Yeah, it's been
Yeah, it's
at
been about
least
7 years since I've been with this ex, and so I don't know what he wants. I think he wants just to be friends, but he was psycho. He stole my car, abandoned it in the middle of the road. He tried to guilt trip me into not leaving him because of a dog that was going to be sent to
The pound.
the pound to get killed. I
Because
mean,
he's an idiot.
Aw.
Oh,
Aw.
I had to have the sheriff evict him from my home. Number one. And he got a dog 2 days before so he could say, you can't evict me because this dog will go to the pound and get killed. It was like super emotional blackmail. I mean, just crazy. So I don't know how or why he thinks we can be friends.
'Cause he's crazy.
Have you had anything like that? Or you just try to, I mean, you said that you try to get rid, you buy them bus tickets and they won't go.
I've had a couple. Not so much where you want to be friends. You know, they try in the beginning, and I have a rule: I don't fuck my friends. To me, a friend with benefit is someone. I say this all the time. You have a pickup truck and you can move a couch, or you have a portable battery charger when my car breaks down. That's a friend with benefit. We're either fucking or we're not. Crazy stories. Some I've had more crazy encounters, and then not so much after. Because they don't go. I don't know how to get them to go.
I don't understand what draws them to me. I had some doozies. I had a dude who argued with me from the beginning of our date until I walked the fuck out.
First date.
Argued
He
with
thought
me.
that was hot. He saw a couple of romance comedies. Thought that was hot. But he forgot he didn't look like any of those romance comedy stars.
Right.
Except that he argued with me about the stickers on my Jeep. Like, seriously, dude?
You were
15 minutes and I
too
walked
liberal
out.
for him or something?
Yeah, I'm apparently feeling that everyone should coexist equally and girls are awesome is just too much for him.
Right. Lincoln FA says, wow, no, I'm just crazy, silly, not a total nut job like that one.
Lincoln FA, I love you.
He's
silly. I like.
I have to say, my ex, as psycho as he is, he's fucking gorgeous, right?
is pretty
He's got that whole Nordic, long hair, blonde, high cheekbone, swimmer's body.
You just described 17 serial killers.
I know, which I love, by the way.
Yeah, she thinks serial killers are hot.
Especially
That could be part of the issue.
Well, especially smart ones who haven't been caught. If you
Like
get caught,
Well, how do you know? Wait a minute. You know them?
Yeah, really. Have you met serial killers? That
only the
haven't been
one,
caught?
only
like
the
the
ones
serial
on
killers.
TV.
I like the serial killers. I have a rule about that. A lot of women won't bring men home or women home.
Right.
They prefer to go to someone's house.
Right.
My rule is I know that I'm not a serial killer. So if you are going to kill me, you have to have that shit in your car. And when you leave to go get that shit, I'm going to know and make my escape. There's no serial killer shit in my house.
Yeah. That's a good rule.
Thinking, yeah.
And then I had a girlfriend who she was dating. No, I was seeing a guy who had roommates. She said, well, you would be safe because the roommates were there. Like, you don't think serial killers live with other serial killers. I'll call for help. They'll come in and help him.
I remember a guy I met online. I was living in the Detroit area, and we were meeting at a Detroit place. And I got there early. It was in a hotel, and I remember stashing knives in about 3 different places just in case.
I usually, if it was first date sex, actually, it was great when Calypso lived in that little apartment of hers because I just used her place. I had a key, so just walk in, be like, nobody's home. I know she's not because I know she's at the bar still, and I just brought this guy back here to have sex with him. Other than that, it was...
And she had serial killer repellent? Like, how would that keep you from getting killed?
No, it wouldn't have kept me from getting killed, but it kept them from knowing where I lived.
That's true.
So if they came back to kill me later, it'd actually be Calypso. And they'd be a little bit disappointed, but, you know, it's just
are
like,
a
just like
Hallmark
the whole
kind
thing.
of friend, honey.
I don't have to run fast. I just have to run faster than you.
Yes, that's right.
I can't run, so I just have a knife around, I guess.
In the zombie apocalypse, you are screwed, dude.
No, I just saw World War Z. You just have to fake sick, and then they ignore you.
The fake sick.
World War Z. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, no, you have to be actually infected with something in World War Z.
Look at the show we're doing. How
I'm
hard is
getting-
that going to be?
I think I'm getting a bladder infection,
Are you?
Yeah, peeing and nothing coming out.
and I feel like I got to pee, and I just peed.
Did you pee a little or a lot?
Teeny bit.
Teeny bit? Yeah, you might be. Get yourself some cranberry.
Can we get you some cranberry juice?
I'll live until I get some
No,
cranberry.
now, will the cranberry juice make it go away, or
No,
should she
it
go get some
masks.
Monistat or
It
something?
No. Even if you buy the little orange things over the thing, you're just masking the problem. You need an antibiotic.
Yeah,
Okay.
usually. But it helps to reduce a lot of the symptoms.
So won't Planned Parenthood?
No, I'll have to go to UMC urgent care.
Why?
Because where else are you going to go to get...
Planned Parenthood?
They don't do anything for a urinary tract infection.
They do not.
Nope.
What about
They will if it's a lady part infection.
what about the Nevada Health Center? Where the mammal van comes from.
I could, but I can go to UMC for free.
Okay.
My health insurance is through UMC.
Oh, you have health insurance. I'm sorry. I did not know you had health insurance. That's good.
Yeah.
She's covered.
Yes.
But
Unlike
it's just the idea of going and waiting and having to do it. But yeah, I'm seriously discomforting right now. And I didn't have sex this week unless it's like from the bash.
it could be.
Uh,
It can take up to a week
I
for one to set
know.
in.
Do you get a refund then? I will text Bree now. Because they ought to cover that as a liability.
no
clause.
guarantee
I bet there's a
against
lot of
yeast
those, though,
infections
after
or
the-
STIs.
Yeah,
I just
she should
say-
totally
You know what
put
it
that
is? The
disclaimer.
latex fucks me up.
Yeah, it could be the latex.
is, the latex.
Use lambskin.
I know. I don't know if it's the latex or the spermicide, but something fucks me up.
All right. This is the Courageous Bounty of Sin City.
We'll be right back after
Yeah.
these messages.
There we go.